Some dark fantasy authors who are interested in writing gothic fiction are finding themselves confused because what they're actually doing is writing grimdark. When people talk about dark fantasy, they're talking about an umbrella term that encompasses different subgenres like horror fantasy, grimdark, and gothic fiction. Horror fantasy tends to concentrate on the fear and survival aspects of a story, whereas grimdark is really about that nihilistic moral decay where there is absolutely no hope. It is pitch black and there is no coming out of this darkness. It also tends to be pretty graphically violent. So where grimdark is brutal and hopeless, gothic fantasy is about atmosphere, and it's about intense emotional journeys. In order for literature to qualify as gothic, the setting has to be some sort of previously grand location that has fallen into disrepair. It's rotting, it's decaying. Think that crumbling castle on the seaside. Think a manor that was once resplendent that has, fallen into severe disrepair. It's also important that your location be isolated, because this isolation, this alienation that the characters are going to feel both internally and externally is a huge factor in gothic fiction. And if you're wondering what gives me the authority to speak to you about gothic fiction, know that I am an English teacher who's been obsessed with gothic fiction my entire life, and I have written 3 gothic novels. So if your dark fantasy story is really about the violence and the monsters, that's probably why it really doesn't feel gothic, because